You're listening to Inside Lebo, a podcast giving you an inside look at Mount Lebanon, Pennsylvania, produced by Mount Lebanon's Public Information Office.
Hello and welcome to Inside Lebo. I'm Assistant Municipal Manager and Municipal Planner Ian McMeans.
And I'm Public Information Officer and Mount Lebanon Magazine Editor-in-Chief Laura Pace-Lilly.
Now that we're into December, our business districts will be buzzing.
Or jingling.
Or jingling. That may be more appropriate. Yes, jingling with the sound of sleigh bells and other excitement as we have the Winter Market on Washington Road and the Beverly Road Brite Nite celebration as well coming up.
So joining us to discuss all the festivities are Eric Milliron, Mount Lebanon's Economic Development and Commercial Districts Manager, and Mount Lebanon Partnership President Chris Ridebaugh. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us. Hello.
So we have two events happening in our two main business districts coming up here over the next few weeks. So can you tell us what we can expect at these events?
Sure. Well, I'll start with Beverly Brite Nite. That's coming up Thursday, December 7th. That'll be 7 to 8:30. Yes, Beverly Road is closed, so if you plan on coming that way at between 7 and 8:30, please follow the detour signs. But for those that are finding Beverly Road to be their destination that evening, we can't wait to see you. We will have a special visitor, so I'll just start off with that, let the public figure out who that might be. But he wears a lot of red and white. We'll have a quick tree lighting, and then, of course, most importantly to me, the businesses will be having various open houses and special activities for anyone that might come. So there'll be a lot of, in a very short period of time, there'll be a lot of festivities. Now,
fantastic. That's free to get in, correct?
Absolutely, 100% free. So we're really looking forward to having everyone attend that. If you're not able to make the Thursday night event, well, we're going to do something else on Saturday. So on Saturday, December 9th, from noon to 5, will be the Uptown Winter Market and Holiday Celebration. And I can go into that if you want.
Sure.
So we're going to be having a whole bunch of stuff happening. So at the Municipal Building, which is at 710 Washington Road, we're going to be having the South Hills Model Railroad Club.
Ooh, the trains are back.
The trains are back.
Yes.
They are, and every year they get better and better because these guys are all certified train nuts. And so every year they invest in their hobby, and so there's always some little new detail or nuance to see. So that'll be in the Commission Chambers, which is the room right off the lobby along Washington Road. So that'll be taking place. And then we have musical act after musical act starting roughly around noon and then running till around 2:30. So we have folks from Mellon, folks from the high school. We have a dance troupe that's coming, so that'll all be in the Municipal Building. We have a cookie tour. We have an elf hunt. We have another special visitor that will be found around Howard Hanna at between 1 and 1:30. We expect our little special visitor, or not so little.
Big. Our big
special visitor.
Will he be jolly?
Yeah, he might be jolly, and he might also be merry, but I don't know. You'll have to come on Saturday to find out. So, and then again, of course, there'll be all the businesses that'll have various special activities, and we can get into more detail about various aspects of it. Oh, and then of course the market. There'll be 40 vendors up here, so roughly 20 food vendors and then 20 arts and crafts folks.
So Chris, with your role in the partnership as co-sponsor, why are these types of events important for our business districts?
So the idea is to get as many people as possible up to Washington Road to patronize and see all of the retailers, vendors, restaurants, everything else. And it's really important because it's, like Eric mentioned about Beverly Road, it's a big open house at what is my favorite time of year. So we really like to have, a good showing, very family friendly, and we're just really excited.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that planning?
Well, a lot goes into it. Events take a lot of work and take a lot of volunteers. So discussions started sometime in August about how we wanted to do this. And let me, before I kind of launch into that, last year, we had some challenges with things, and we decided that we would try something new to adjust to those challenges. and hence this sort of new holiday activity was born. It was very successful. Businesses responded very positively to it. We had a great crowd and a lot of great feedback from residents and others. So we decided to do the market in this setup again. So again, decided that we were going to do it this way, and started that discussion in August. The partnership is couldn't do it without them. Chris especially, when he says this is his favorite time of year, that is not hyperbole. So I'll just leave it at that. He's into it. He's into it, man.
The jolliest of elves.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So so then we partnered with Farm to Table, which is a Mount Lebanon nonprofit that is working with us to help with the food vendors, and we have a board member that's involved in the arts and crafts community, so he reached out to his folks so we could pull that element of it together. We have relationships with the school, being the municipality. So, and I have a daughter that attends the school district, so I know many of the band directors and whatnot. So that helps. So a lot goes into it.
We've had, I want to say, 3 or 4 meetings that seem to take place at different Mount Lebanon restaurants leading up to it. But we're going to have, I want to say, roughly 8 to 12 volunteers. We have people that are going to help coordinate with vendors. We're going to have someone that's going to walk around and help with any business owners and see what they might need throughout the day, cookie re-up, if you will. And then we have Mrs. McKeever, who is the art teacher at Washington Elementary, and the entire 5th grade class is their 5th grade project, has made roughly 75 ornaments that we're going to be able to hang in the municipal building. So I encourage everyone to come up and take a look at the 5th grade artwork.
Yeah, and if you haven't been uptown, this is related to the event. We have some new holiday decorations uptown, so if you haven't had
They're gorgeous. I know you were involved in it, so you're not going to pat yourself on the back, but I can say it. They're beautiful. If you haven't, as soon as it gets dusky out, there's at least a little bit of dark, take a ride up along the entire area, right when you come up toward the public safety building and take it all the way out to the library. It's just gorgeous.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it really, to me, is the crown of the holiday celebrations in some ways, because it does create a festive atmosphere, especially at night, especially at dusk and into the evening. But even in the daytime, just with I'm not going to say too much about it. If you haven't been uptown, use this as an excuse to do so. In addition, of course, to your holiday shopping and dining.
Great. Well, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in a minute with more on our winter festivities. Welcome back to Inside Lebo. We're here today talking about the Beverly Brite Nite and Uptown Winter Market holiday celebrations that we're having here in Mount Lebanon as we kick off the holiday season here at the beginning of December. So Eric Milliron, our commercial districts manager, was giving us some highlights on the events. You mentioned that there's going to be 40 plus vendors at the Uptown Winter Market. Are they going to be kind of the same ones that come to the farmers market, a different slew of vendors? What are we looking at for who's all going to be here?
Yes and no. So you will see some usual suspects from the Uptown Market over the summer, but you're going to see a lot of new faces and new vendors. I'm not going to say too much about it. You come on up, but if you go to I believe the Mount Lebanon Partnership Facebook page is now beginning to promote that, and I believe that the municipality is as well. So, but again, it's a cross section of food vendors, of course. And then a lot of local arts and crafts people.
So it's perfect to do all of your holiday shopping. Finish that list completely.
100%, and of course at our shops too.
Yep.
So we like to bring in some of these folks just because it adds some variety, and people like the to have the density of experience with browsing. But a lot of all of our retail businesses and restaurants are ready for the holiday and ready to greet you with new products and cocktail options and menu options.
So logistically speaking, is Washington Road going to be closed for that whole time, or is it going to be more on the sidewalks, kind of like a First Friday kind of vibe? Where will things be on the street?
Not on the street. So the Washington Road is not closed. So just to refresh, Beverly Road closed. Washington Road not closed. So everything will be focused on the sidewalks, and we ask people to use the sidewalks and crosswalks at appropriate times to maneuver around the district. But and then a lot of the vendors will be in the south lot, which is across from Washington, and then in sidewalks, just like the Uptown Market. If you're familiar with that, the envelope is pretty much the same. So around Citizens, south lot, around Washington, in front of the municipal building, we have a new plaza-like situation there, so we're going to take full advantage of that. So there should be 5 or 6 vendors in front of the municipal building as well.
And then we're going to have activities and things planned all the way from Rollier's back up to the lot right across the street from Washington. I encourage everyone to go down to Rollier's and see the little figurines and villages that they put everywhere. Where for 8 years I didn't let my kids put their hands on anywhere near them. No. So it's always a good memory for me.
My go-to line with my kids is we look with our eyes, not our fingers.
Oh, that's awesome. I wonder what their budget for mishaps is at Rollier's. So what is happening at 5 o'clock in Clearview Common on Saturday?
Well, we're going to have a countdown. Probably begin at the number 10 and then move to maybe 1. So we're going to be having a ceremonial tree lighting at 5 o'clock ish, 5, maybe 5:01. But it's going to be pretty tight around that 5 o'clock time spot. So,
and then we suggest you take your family and have a nice dinner.
We have lots
on
of
the avenue.
Fantastic places to eat. Please do that. Do it before, during, and after.
Right.
So it sounds like there's going to be plenty of options for things to eat that you could kind of come up here and snack all day on a variety of food options while you shop and look around in our business district. And I just checked the weather. So as of the time of recording of the show, the weather forecast is like 58 degrees and sunny for Saturday. So that looks like a perfect day to come uptown and check out our winter market.
Yes, it does.
That sounds like eating weather to me. So
it does, yeah. Give the kitchen a break, but not your wallet.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Well, thank you both so much for taking time out of your schedules and your planning to visit with us today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, so that's it for this episode of Inside Lebo. You can join us next time for another episode where we will have more fun and exciting topics about what's happening in Mount Lebanon.
Thanks to Carrie Monod for producing this episode. Music by Drew Monod and graphics by Chris Leeper. Thanks again.
Have a great holiday season, everyone.
Thanks for listening to Inside Lebo, produced by Mount Lebanon's Public Information Office. Learn more about all things Lebo at mountlebanon.org or by following our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages.